What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and oh boy, the Godzilla versus Kong trailer has just dropped, and boy, is it a doozy. If you haven't checked it out, please go do so. Oh my God, go do so and come back and talk to me. Because wow. Here you go. Here you go. Here's the link. It is in the chat. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I've checked it out a few times already. And I have some thoughts, regarding the toys and, what we could possibly be seeing, and what we've seen already. Lots to break down and talk about. I'm going to be watching the trailer yet again on mute as we do this, because, wow, yikes. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good trailer. So, yeah, I think so, folks. It was one of the best 2 minutes of my life, and yeah, it was quite a trailer. It was pretty awesome. Lots to take in. Obviously, it's set up as, and spoilers from here on out. If you haven't seen it, again, please go watch it. It's been out now for 18 minutes. I know that's not a lot of time, but I wanted to get the exuberance and freshness that I have for it right out there. And only because I only like doing this if I'm talking about toys as well, because I am a toy channel and I like to stick to that. But I want to talk about this because it affects the toys, and obviously I love Godzilla. And I can't get my thing to be straight here. There we go. Yeah, maybe. But anywho, it is quite the trailer. It's very interesting. A lot of stuff. Obviously, it sets up Kong as the protagonist of, I'm gonna guess, most of the movie, right? That is for sure. That's something that I think is is happening here, and it's very, very interesting because it has a similar feel to when Kong was taken off Mondo Island, back in Godzilla versus Kong, right? Like, he's taken off the island to come fight Godzilla, and I feel like that's what's going on here, which is very, very interesting, for sure. And I mean, it looks like it couldn't be done any better. So something's up with Godzilla, right? Something is up with the Godzilla in the movie, for sure. Why is he on Rampage? Is that the Rampage they're talking about? Godzilla, I don't think he's the villain of the movie, for sure. Yeah, I don't think Godzilla is the villain of this movie. I'm gonna say that. I think it's set up for Godzilla being the villain of this movie. So what do we know so far, right? Based on the toys, we know that, spoiler again, that there's a possible Mechagodzilla in this movie, right? Of some sort. Is the Godzilla on Rampage Mechagodzilla? Like in the old school Godzilla movies, right? The first Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, he's disguised as Godzilla. Is that what's happening here? Is that the Godzilla that's on Rampage? I don't know. But there's definitely a Playmates toy coming from him. And so far, what we know is that Playmates Toys has been doing a lot of cool figures, and there is more figures coming, right? Warbat has shown up in the UK, as well as another Kong, right? Now we saw Warbat in the film, as well as another flying kaiju bat-looking creature. Right, there's two kinds of different like bat-like creatures in this. There's the Warbat with the long tail, and there's something else going on that's flying with two legs. Like, so it is very interesting to know what's going on. Like, something is messing up Godzilla, whether it's Godzilla's under some sort of control. Again, remember the end of King of the Monsters, what we had was, yes, Kamazotes, right? Like, that is from the book, or the comic, whatever, like, that's in this as well, it looks like to me. So we know that there's been a long-standing war between the Kongs and the Godzillas, and there looks to be some sort of flashback sequence in this. Maybe that's what we've seen, like the Hollow Earth monsters stuff, display, like, yeah, Nozuki is Chriszilla. Nozuki is Warbat. That was the name that I guess they went with, was Warbat. I don't know if they're going to mention both in the movie, but for sure, that's something. I love the way Kong looks in this movie, by the way. He looks amazing. And I just really do like the idea of, like, having that feel of Godzilla versus King Kong from the 60s, where Kong is chained to the boat, as well as the original Kong. It kind of goes along with the whole Kong mythos, right? Where Kong is being transported. Now you got the added Godzilla in there, and that makes it very, very, very interesting, in my opinion. So, I think it's a really well put together trailer. The little bit of soundtrack, in there towards the end, it really, makes it hop. I'm gonna have a guest on here as well to talk with me momentarily, as soon as he gives me the thumbs up on his end, and I'll bring him on. But yeah, I think this trailer looks pretty cool. Obviously, it shows us a new cast here. I don't really care about the cast too much. I know it's such a thing with, these movies where everybody's analyzing the cast and how the actors do, but to me, it's really less about that. I want a cohesive story, and I thought King of the Monsters had a nice linear story. Got from point A to point B nice and easy. But yeah, I think, that is less important to me than what the overall monster story is. And so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I like the idea that something is up with Godzilla, and they're bringing Kong in to stop that, which I think is a very, very, very cool idea. We're going to see what happens with that. Again, I do know that there is a Mechagodzilla scheduled to be part of this movie. And I forgot my water here. So we're going to see. That's not in this trailer at all, and I like that. It gives you no clue about that. And remember, we're only 2 months out here from the actual movie, so there's not much time to give us more trailers to break down and give us more trailers. There'll probably be another one at least. And then we'll go from there. I'd rather we have less, that would be better for me. This is great, though. I really, really like this trailer. And I think it's going to be really cool. I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing. I definitely think the dorsal fin on the club is a Godzilla dorsal fin, but I don't think it's, like, I don't think it's the Godzilla's dorsal fin. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what is happening, because that dorsal fin axe is definitely something powerful. I'm looking forward to a Kong toy that's going to have that, charged up That's going to look really cool in my opinion. So, yeah, you know, like, hello, look who we got here. Super MARIOZILLA. What's up, dude?
No, nothing much, man. Ready to talk some Godzilla and Kong today because, oh my god.
You're alive. You're alive in 2021.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yes. Hello, everybody. I am still alive.
Last time we saw you here, there was a ghost that like jumped in to one of these streams.
I believe so. Yeah.
But anywho, Super MARIOZILLA, fellow YouTuber, figure reviewer, big Godzilla figure reviewer, and he was supposed to be on with me, Steven, and Scorpio earlier this year. Not that there's been so much during the year, but
yeah.
But he was dead. He was dead.
There was a bit of an arg.
There's a bit of an arg. So I invited Vinny here. We call him Vinny in our parts.
Go ahead. I keep saying you can either call me Super MARIOZILLA or Vinny. I don't care.
Because he was supposed to be on last time, and I'm glad he's here now, so we get to talk a little bit. So, did you watch the trailer? Obviously,
I did. Yeah.
And your thoughts? Go ahead.
Wow, there was a lot to take in from that trailer. I was a bit worried at first seeing the TV spots, like they were trying to make us sympathize with Kong, but the trailer kind of cleared that up, gave us more to go over. Something is up with Godzilla. They're making Godzilla out to seem like the bad guy, and Kong seem like the good guy, since we all know Kong is more understandable and sympathetic towards humans, so it makes sense, and kind of reminds me of the first Godzilla versus Kong, where they were using Kong as a weapon against Godzilla. So
yep,
it's definitely a callback.
That's awesome.
To.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that too. It's a nice callback to a movie from that was almost I think it was almost 50 years ago.
Yeah.
So
it's a nice callback. I mean, even like, look, the whole thing with like Kong on the boat, that goes back to the very first King Kong, right? So yeah, I'm glad they're finally paying that off, because Kong Skull Island didn't. So it's like the first Kong movie that didn't have that, element, and I'm glad that's in here. And I do love that the whole Godzilla versus King Kong from the 60s looks to be played up here. That is so sweet. I'm so happy about that. But there's definitely something up. Definitely something up with Godzilla.
Yeah, I'm happy about that too. And this movie, now before we knew even anything about this movie, the most we were getting was just 5-second clips and as well as posters. I was rooting for Godzilla, but after seeing the trailer, I'm actually kind of more on Kong's side now. Actually,
yeah. Well, I mean, right now he is shown as the protagonist, right?
Yeah,
like he is.
And this is coming from the guy who's more of a Godzilla fan than a Kong fan. So keep that in mind. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think but I think for sure it's either based on what we know from the toys, either this Godzilla that we've seen so far in most of the trailer is Mechagodzilla, or he's being controlled by whatever happened at the end with King Ghidorah, what King Ghidorah's head from King of the Monsters.
Yeah, Kevin's severed head.
Yeah. So one of those two things is happening here, because like the main characters from King of the Monsters are saying, the family, I forget their name right now. It's escaping me. Yeah. Something is up with Godzilla. He wouldn't be doing that, right? He wouldn't be like trampling the cities. So something is up there.
We all know that in Godzilla King of the Monsters, like, say what you will about that movie, Godzilla teamed up with the humans because King Ghidorah was the bigger threat. He was the common enemy. So that's understandable. Whatever you think of the movie, Godzilla is normally territorial. He doesn't bother you if you don't bother him. It's one of those like leave me alone kind of situations. So it's a bit odd that Godzilla is just attacking the cities for seemingly no reason other than to just cause mindless destruction. which makes me wonder if what's gonna happen. Is Godzilla? If any monster were to lose, are they gonna die, or are they going to submit? Which is the biggest quote question. Like, I'm hoping for the latter because I don't want any monster to die. Like Godzilla Kong dying, to me, that'll feel like a cop out. So I'm hoping it's the latter. Well, one monster submits, which I think it's going to be my prediction. I think Godzilla is going to lose and submit because it's seeming more and more they're leaning towards Kong becoming, well, like you keep saying earlier, King Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure that something like that has got to happen, right? It also, like, we still don't know if Legendary has the Godzilla Toho license beyond this movie. We still don't know that. There's been no, we have no idea.
The only way
Kenneth Yu says, okay, here's what I'm thinking. You have to make Kong the protagonist here because it doesn't make sense to tell a story with Godzilla as the protagonist. People will just assume Godzilla will crush Kong. Your hero needs to be the underdog. I agree with this. I agree with that too. The way you put it. And that's Kenneth Yu, formerly of the Repack podcast, by the way. My old podcast. So so I agree with Ken. You had to make Kong the protagonist. That was the only way to further the story. But I'm so happy that right from this trailer, they acknowledge something is wrong with Godzilla. Something is definitely wrong with Godzilla. So we need more toys because toys are the things that usually spoil this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so far, we've only had the leaks of like the Mechagodzilla, nothing official yet. From the Playmate stuff.
Although after the trailer, and since the movie is now 2 months away, well, almost 2 months away, I pretty positive we'll see something soon regarding Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's go over what we have so far. I mean, so far, obviously, we've only gotten Playmate stuff from the new movie, right?
Yes.
What we know is Funko has put out images of Godzilla and Kong. There's going to be both 10-inch ones and smaller ones, right? So that's going to be pretty cool. I like their stylized take on the monsters. Like, I'm not a big Pops guy overall, but like I like their monsters. So, go ahead.
Sal, could you give me 1 second?
Okay, while he does that, Ken continues to say, fact, they are letting Godzilla act strangely makes sense here. I like it much better than some arbitrary Batman versus Superman thing where they're both heroes, but there's still a slugfest until someone says Mothra. Like Mothra.
Yeah. You know what? Already Godzilla versus Kong has a better premise than Batman versus Superman, which is the number one thing I dislike the most about that movie. You cannot convince me otherwise. I hate BVS. All right.
I don't know. I kind of liked it, but that's a story for another time.
That is absolutely fine. You like it. I'm not going to rip on anybody who enjoys that movie.
What about Rodan?
He could be alive, but so far we don't know anything.
Look, we don't know what kind of cameos we're gonna have in this. Obviously, we know the main players. Like we saw that Warbat Nozuki thing in the trailer, and then there's also another flying bat creature which is Kamazotes that's in there. There's two flying creatures. There's the Warbat with the long tail.
Yes.
And there's another flying creatures. So those two we know for sure are in it. We know Skullcrawler is in it just by the toys that were released, right? At some point you can have a Skullcrawler.
Which is interesting because in Kong Skull Island, we thought Kong killed all of the Skullcrawlers, including the big one.
What I think is going to happen, we're probably going to see a Godzilla versus Skullcrawler fight in there. Maybe as Godzilla is looking for Kong, right?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Legendary would be stupid to not have a Skullcrawler versus a Godzilla fight.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. So getting back to the toys, right now in the UK, Warbat is out from Playmates. There's also a second King Kong with a jet. Now you know you guys could check out our pal Luminous's channel. For those, they went ahead and spent way too much money. I do not condone this. I'm gonna put it right out there. My feelings on that. I do not condone paying way too much money to import these guys to review or for your own purposes. They are $10 toys. My apologies to my pals at Luminous, but you guys paid way too much money because I've seen those prices for that. I'm glad you're getting the hits, but
can't do it. Let me give everyone a lesson. I am the same idiot that paid $50 for the Marvel Legends Silver Surfer. Don't do it me.
Look, it happens. It's happened to all of us before. I'm just saying, I don't suggest you trying to do that. They are $10 toys. Just wait. They will be out.
It's like paying $500 for the SH Monster Arts Biollante just to have it first. It's not worth it.
SH Monster Arts, Tamashii Nations this week put up on their stories on Instagram, good things are coming with the GVK poster. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. I did see that. And I have my concerns, which I'll go over, but I do have my hopes. We're definitely going to see another Godzilla. Even if it's just a slightly retooled version of Godzilla 2019, we're going to see a different Godzilla.
He does look a little different.
He does.
I think he does look a little different.
He looks a lot more... The design definitely looks a lot more ferocious. For what we've seen in the trailer, the design looks a lot more ferocious for Godzilla. So we are definitely going to see something different. And my biggest concern is Kong. Are we going to get another?
So I got something here. Hold on. Let me see how I could do this.
Okay.
See, I didn't notice this. Our pal Steven noticed this on our thread. I didn't notice this. I'm gonna pop this up.
I didn't notice that either.
it happens so fast, you know.
Like how are you supposed to catch a glimpse of that while watching the trailer full way through?
I'm trying to figure out how. Hold on. How
you're using a share screen, right?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to do this. There we go. Application window. Chrome tab. This might be it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay. So our pal Steven popped this up. And on our side chat, he's saying, and I think he's right, that looks like Mechagodzilla right there in the trailer. And that's in the opening shots of the trailer.
That has to be Godzilla. You can't slice it any other way forward.
Yeah. Right? I mean, that the square chin. Yeah.
So this is another concern I have with the movie. Do not make Mechagodzilla the last second villain. Do not. That is a cop-out, and that's another reason why I dislike Batman versus Superman. Don't do that. I hate last second villains. I hate last second battles. You want to make Mechagodzilla a common threat during the movie, have Godzilla and Kong team up to take him down, and then shift back to Godzilla versus Kong, that's fine. But make Mechagodzilla the last minute villain and have Kong and Godzilla like hug and kiss to make up. No.
I don't know. I don't mind. I don't mind.
It's
like,
possible.
I don't mind if they, like fight some and then,
Yeah.
Or it's actually Mechagodzilla that whole time, right? And then he's finally exposed, and then like we find out Godzilla was like fighting through 1 million skull crawlers to get there. You know what I'm saying? And then he finally gets there.
That's like interesting.
It's not actually Godzilla till the very end.
That's interesting. I never. What? Excuse me.
Why are your assistant?
Excuse me, Sal.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take him off for now. This is very interesting, though. I do think, you know, that's definitely Mechagodzilla. Yeah, I think that's what we got here, which is very, very interesting. We'll have Vinny back in a second. When he comes back, he could give us the thumbs up. But so what I was saying before, though, was, you know, Tamashi teased that they're going to be doing GVK toys. We're definitely going to expect a Kong. We're definitely going to expect a Godzilla from them. What else? I don't know. Playmates, again, has a couple more things coming out. Funko, what we found out just Friday was that Super 7 has the Godzilla license now. So we don't know what they're going to be doing yet. But it could be something interesting. You know? Which I think could be very interesting if Super 7 really is doing stuff. Vinny, you're okay? Okay. Vinny's back.
So I apologize. My sister required my assistance.
No worries. No worries.
Okay. And I just left this guy over here. Okay. I had to bring my pal.
Yeah, so, you know, I was just saying, you know, Tamashi definitely gonna do these two. I don't know what else they're gonna do, but you're definitely gonna get a Kong and Godzilla from them, right? You know, like, they're usually good for that.
You know, Kong's rights have always been tied to Universal, and we only barely got the 2005 SH Monsters Kong, which came out like almost a decade ago.
It's true.
Yeah, so...
But this is a different animal now. They've been dealing with Legendary. Of course, there was no Kong Skull Island SH Monster Arts.
Yeah.
But that could be that maybe they didn't think it was going to sell on its own. You know, I don't know.
Possibly.
There's a lot of factors there.
So it's most likely we will be getting a new Kong from them, which is, you know, 2020 Kong. No, 2021 Kong. I'm sorry.
Right.
So I'm hoping that's true because I love the new legend. I love this new design of Kong. I think it's really good.
It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's really good. So having a Monster Arts representation of that would be perfect. Like, even if the quality is not so good, it's still like a great representation to have on the shelf. So we'll love to have some.
The Mexican drug lord here. Oddly enough, Mecha G looks a bit small, so I'm thinking that in this film, Godzilla will actually be taller than Mecha Godzilla, and the Godzilla that went after Kong was not the real Godzilla. Yeah, I mean, you can't really tell how big Mecha Godzilla is from that one shot.
Yeah, you can.
You know, like, that's like, you know, you're from underneath, so, you know, I don't know that you really can tell at all what that is, you know, if it's even Mechagodzilla, which I think Steven's right on that. I think that's Mechagodzilla. That's a good
Godzilla, yeah. Which for what we've seen of the leaks, I think the design for Mechagodzilla is I don't have too much of an opinion on it. I really need to see a full look of it.
Yeah, we don't know what it's gonna look like at all, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think from what we've seen for the leaks, judging from the photos, I think it's a decent design. It's definitely changes things up, and it looks so. If it really is Godzilla in disguise, Mechagodzilla in disguise, what we were saying, it's cool because Mechagodzilla, this design looks almost like an skeleton of Godzilla.
Yeah,
because maybe that was the idea. So
they're saying. Wait, if you go to the trailer 140, 142, you can see Mechagodzilla on a TV screen.
Can we?
Let me see. I'm checking. There is like a screen in the back that has something that could be Mechagodzilla. That's tough to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough to say. The schematic
Yeah.
looking thing, I mean, you can't really tell how big it is. That's just a schematic. So I'm not sure. I hope if it's really cool, I hope we get Mecha Godzilla from SH Monster Arts.
That would be awesome because discounting the show up Mechagodzilla, the other Mechagodzilla figures of Monster Arts have been really good.
Yeah.
So it's
but
definitely
whatever it is, I hope the SH Monster Arts stuff is good because
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I just finished reviewing Rathalos the other day, and it was not a good review. And that review goes up tonight, by the way, for anybody watching.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see that. I'm in the middle of reviewing the Monster Hunter figures right now, which I like. There was an accident with my Rathalos. Oops.
Yeah, I saw that. I was trying to be really, really careful with mine, and it was just, oh man, that review's a pain in the butt. So I'm hoping whatever they do, it's good because I feel like Monster Arts has been really getting under my skin. As a line.
It's one of my most demanded videos has been as what's happening to SH Monster Arts Part 3.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be definitely doing some sort of similar video because after that Rathalos review, I felt like I had to do something. But the other thing I was mentioning while you were out was Super 7 is doing Godzilla figures or something. They tease that they have the Godzilla license, and it's going to be announced this week. So what they're doing, I'm not sure. Is it going to be a GVK line? What they teased was the 54 Godzilla as part of a poster. So I don't know yet, but there's going to be Super 7 figures of some sort. We do know that Mondo has the Godzilla license, but we've seen already what they're working on. It's nothing GVK. But there's going to be a lot of Godzilla coming out for sure. And then for sure, you're going to get movie monster series.
Yeah.
You always get movie monster series. They've done G14. They didn't do King Kong Skull Island. But now Bandai Premium is doing a Kong Skull Island, right? That's coming out like literally right now, dropping. So they kind of making up for it. For whatever reason, Bandai didn't want to do the King Kong stuff for Skull Island. I don't know why.
Maybe it wasn't even Bandai's fault. Maybe it was because the rights was still tied to
at that point. Yeah, maybe now that they brought Godzilla into it, it cleared up.
Or maybe they worked out some kind of deal behind the scenes to finally make Kong merchandise.
Yeah, but we definitely know there's gonna be movie monster series stuff. No doubt. Like that's a certainty that we're gonna see something. So definitely some cool toys coming. This trailer is quite awesome. It definitely opens up a lot of questions. It made me really excited. To tell you the truth, the little clips that we saw in the last few days, the little quick clips, like I was getting a little like, I don't know. But I like what I see. I want to see, if Tamashi does Kong, I want to see this thing, but like with an effect part. The axe.
That would be awesome.
Right? Like a lit up thing, charged up. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Yeah. So lots to take in and to think about. So yeah, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. The movie looks really, really good. Or fun, at least, and intriguing.
Yeah. If it could be another like fun movie like Godzilla King of the Monsters, then I think we can all come home happy.
Yeah. But man, I keep looking right now. I'm like looking over that opening shot with Mecha Godzilla because like even like the first opening, there's like green in the blast. Like when you first start the trailer, right in the blast is green, like flashing.
Oh yeah.
That is. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I think I see. I think I see Mechagodzilla's eyes in there. Could be wrong.
Ah.
Something going on there. Very, very interesting, and that's definitely Mechagodzilla. He's got all lit up, you know. So, an all lit up chest. I'm very excited, and I think we're gonna keep it there. You know, that's about all we can talk about with this. I think. You know, like Monster Arts, Funko, Playmates. Those are the ones we know. Stay tuned. We'll see what Super 7 is doing this week. I'm sure there's going to be other merchandise, you know, to check out. You never know who will surprise you, but stay tuned. Are you getting any of the Playmate stuff, or are you staying away from all that stuff?
If I could find a couple of the Godzilla vs. Kong Playmates figures, then yeah, I'll pick some up if the money's right. But you know, being a little bit careful with what I'm spending my funds on. But hey, if I have some extras, so if I find them in the wild, then yeah, absolutely. Or if I can find them online for a decent price, then hell yeah.
Gotcha.
So
I did. Yeah. So thanks for coming on board and talking. You know, I meant to have you on anyway, and here you are, and we got to talk about a specific subject, which is good. You know, sometimes you know, when I have live streams, I have people on. I you know, it's good to have like a specific thing to talk about, and this was perfect. So you right time for it. Yeah. I thought of it like within a half an hour of the trailer, like about to drop. I was like, I should do a live stream, shouldn't I? I wanted to talk about the toys coming, and I figured I don't like to just post stuff about trailers. I don't like to post about movies. I'm very an on-brand channel. Like, I'm a toy channel. So I like to stay on brand. So if I'm talking about a movie, it's going to be shoehorned back into toys because I want to stay on brand there.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got to talk about this. Kenneth says, let's go Transformer Godzilla. Yeah. They already have a sick mold for Kong out of Optimus Primal. I agree. For sure, they model this new Optimus Primal after Kong. But we'll leave it at that. Vinny, Super MARIOZILLA, thanks for joining me. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Kenneth, everybody, Mexican drug lords. Everybody else, thank you for joining in, and go enjoy the trailer a million more times. Share it because it is a fun trailer. Till next time, peace out, peeps.
Peace out.